Hello, everybody. Welcome to Far Changing Tides. This is the sequel to Far Loan Sales, which came out a few years ago. And it doesn't expressly say that it's a sequel, but it definitely is. And it follows in that same fashion that game was, which is kind of like this narrative puzzle exploration game. It's linear. There's not really too much exploration, like freeform exploration, but it's a lot about managing your ship, which we'll get shortly here. And I'm not going to play too much of it because this game isn't really all that long, but it is a really nice kind of chill experience that kind of gives you this speaking of chilling post-apocalyptic world to explore a little bit and see these really nice pretty vistas that they've created. It's a very atmospheric game. While we're swimming here, just a reminder that if you do like the video, please consider subscribing, giving us a like, all that good stuff. And let us know what you think of the game in the comments, because I always like to hear what other people think of the games that I show off here. This game's also on Game Pass on PC and Xbox, so you can check it out there if you're subscribed. It's a really great Game Pass game because it is only a few hours long. It's not a very long game, so you don't have to worry about making a big monetary investment if you're someone who likes to make sure you get a long gaming experience with your money. But it is very, very good game. There's some puzzle stuff here, so we're moving this crate back and forth to hit this button and open this door. If you have played the previous game, you know that this kind of will end up sharing a bit in common with a game called Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time, which that is a co-op game, co-op focused game, but it is similar in that the controls are deliberately a little wonky and not as responsive as you'd probably like in certain situations, but that's part of the challenge and the charm here. Let's see what we can do here. Like goofy physics and stuff is a little bit of what this game is peddling in. I don't think we need this anymore, but I do want the plant. I'm playing on PC right now with a Xbox gamepad. It's definitely a game you probably want to use a gamepad for if you have one. It does have mouse and keyboard controls, but I don't know, for me this is definitely feels like it should be controlled with an analog stick rather than a keyboard. Let's see what we're doing here. So you don't have any breath consideration, which I found interesting. Like at no point do you ever need to worry about that, which is cool, actually. There's a lot of underwater exploration. All right, so we're getting into the weeds here. So we've got this diagram in the back that looks kind of strange. We also have got this water vacuum or vacuum rather. Now it's a vacuum. Before it was a water hose. So we'll just suck this water out of here. All right. Oh, shit. Well, good thing we got this new suit that gives us a propeller. So we can get around a lot faster. Let's see, what are we doing here? Oh. All right, look. We've discovered something here. Put plant over here for a minute. Yeah, so this is our vessel. In previous game, it was this kind of... it had a sail like this, but it was like a big giant land vehicle that had like a big wheel on it, and it used the sail to kind of move across a desert. This is obviously a water-based one, and this is more of a boat. And you do get upgrades to it as you progress in the game. Some pretty cool stuff, actually. I was by the time I was done this game, I was like, man, I wish this was like a full 3D open world kind of game where you could kind of just float around or sail around wherever you wanted to and try and survive and stuff like that. So we'll let that do its thing. And are we opened up here yet? No. Eventually we're gonna get access to inside the ship. But right now we'll just head out here. Yeah, you can't see the pop-up, I don't think, on the recording, but I am getting achievements. This is I played through the entire game on Xbox, and I guess the Xbox and PC version, even through Game Pass, are different. So I'm unlocking achievements on PC as well. So if you're an achievement hunter, you can, if you have Xbox and PC, double achievements. You know, not bad. So yeah, you can see the sail just kind of went down. And this right here is how I adjust the sail to keep it at the highest speed. Oops, that was actually bad because I'm hitting that junk on the side of the river and it's damaging my sail. We can zoom out. We can zoom in. Uh-oh. Ah, crap. Yep. Alright, well, that bridge just busted up my sail. So we gotta figure out how to repair it, I guess, right? Maybe there's something under the boat. Maybe not. Maybe I forgot what I'm supposed to do. Can I pop it up again? I guess I can. Usually when the it's all sparky like that, it's like, you know, you can't even use it at all, but I guess we can. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? You're out here on the water. Making your way. All right, so you know what the game's all about is, you know, coming across these little areas where you got to get off the boat and solve a little puzzle. So we will see what this stuff does. Oh, that's broken. All right, that cuts things. Push this. Can we pull it? Oh, I bet we can use this. Yeah. And that can get us up here. Can get us this little guy, which is some repair juice. And that'll is it moving? Yeah, here it comes. gonna let us get through here, but I want to hurry up and hit this so it doesn't get smashed again. And we'll use this to repair. And yeah, it's a slow mover. There are definitely some parts where you do get to crank up the speed and, you know, go full throttle and stuff like that, but a lot of it is about just, you know, being out here on the water and solving these little puzzles and overcoming the challenges with the boat and seeing these really nice, although kind of chilling images of the world flooded by water. Yep, I get this nice music swelling. You can see deer or something out there hanging out, munching on some grass. Or maybe it's a moose. Yeah, it's definitely a moose. Or an elk, maybe. Good to see some life, though, right? Hey, look. It's a whole family of them out there. There is like some story stuff that happens here and there where, you know, it's clear that, you know, this boat and stuff was made ahead of time, and you're either discovering it as somebody who has absolutely no idea about them, or you're you knew about them and are like on the search for different parts and stuff for the boats. That part isn't completely clear, but what is clear is that there was people before you that built some of these things, and kind of, you know, figuring out and getting some info on that is kind of interesting as you go along. You know, it's not like spelled out or anything. There's no like dialogue or written text or anything like that. It's more of like just imagery and the way that things are presented that are like, oh, obviously this had to be built before I was here, or before the flood, or in preparation for the flood, or something like that. And that's really cool. I really like that, like open-ended world building where you can kind of like fill in the blanks on your own without it being super explicit. I like that kind of storytelling as opposed to, somebody just explaining beat for beat what's going on. Uh-oh. Something's going on. Something went a little rumbly there. Sorry, that was just my stomach. I'm a little hungry. Oh, nuts. I will say that trying to make like emergency maneuvers in this game does kind of get a little frustrating because of the wonkiness of the controls. Like, I saw that coming and I was trying to hit the rope to drop the sail, but I kept picking up this canister instead because, well, picking up and interacting is the same button, and if things are close by, it can be finicky like that. And yeah, we're at another location here. To figure out what we're supposed to do. We got a big old tanker car in the way. Alright, so we got a little steam engine here. So this is pretty similar from the previous game, the steam engine mechanic. And we can see we got a little maps and coordinates here. Basically, the steam engine, you need fuel for it. That's what all of these little objects are for. So you kind of put her in here, and then you light it up. Get it going, and I'll step on it a bunch of times like a big bellows here. And then I think we want to go this way first. Did that connect onto that? Yeah, it did. Here we go, full steam ahead. Not exactly a speed demon, but gets the job done, right? All right. Oops. Ooh, what is this? We're gonna wanna bring some of this stuff with us. Game's really generous with the fall damage. Can fall from pretty big heights and not take any damage, which is nice. Come on, get on there. There we go. So we just got a pretty big upgrade here. Basically, we just got a steam engine for the boat. We also got, as you kind of saw there a little bit, one of those vacuum dealies. Vacuum slash water things. And right now what we can use that for is to cool the steam engine, because if we, you know, push it too hard, it will overheat and start to, you know, cause damage to the steam engine. You can see that little red thing going right here, that little red line going up. That is indication that the heat's building up, and if that gets too high, we just need to grab this guy and kind of cool it down. So yeah, that's our first big upgrade, and like I said, there's quite a few that you get along throughout the game. It definitely goes a lot more places than the previous game did, which is cool. And yeah, I really thoroughly enjoyed the whole experience. Like I said, there's definitely there are definitely some you know, frustrations around the controls and stuff, which on one hand I totally get that that's like what they're going for. You know, it's supposed to be a little finicky, but also there's just some times where it gets a little bit too frustrating, in my opinion. But not to the point where I'm like, oh, this game sucks or anything like that. It's just a couple of moments, and the game is very generous with supplies and not really punishing you too hard for screwing up. Like it knows that you kind of just want to play the game and explore and solve the puzzles and stuff, so it doesn't make it too damning to take some damage or something like that. It's kind in that respect. But yeah, you know, you just kind of plug along, and you come across some really cool stuff, and you've got this little radar thing here, which is cool too. Like, you get these little blips, and that'll be like, hey, there's something down here. And you know, we've got an underwater hatch now. You can see. All right, yeah, there's stuff down here. All right. Oh, there's like junk here too that I can use. All right, well, yeah, like I said, I don't want to reveal too much, because, you know, it's all about, you know, solving these puzzles on your own and stuff like that. So, and seeing all the different scenery and whatnot. Just know that the game is, you know, it's pretty much this for a few hours. And if this appeals to you, then I definitely recommend you grab it. It never gets too harrowing or too like you can't die. Like, there's literally no health. You don't take any fall damage. You don't suffocate underwater. So it's a very chill experience in that respect. You're really here for the puzzles, the kind of goofy controls around trying to manage the boat, and you know, the little bit of world building there is, or the story and stuff. So and like I said, it's a sequel to Far Loan Sales, which came out a few years ago, and it's very much in that same vein in terms of like what you're gonna get out of it. So if you like that game, you should probably check this out too, because you'll probably enjoy that. But yeah, so that's gonna do it for Far Changing Tides. That is out now on Game Pass, on Xbox, on PC, and yeah, thanks for hanging out. And if you liked the video, please consider giving us a like and subscribe, and let us know in the comments what you think of the game, because I'm always happy to hear about that. Helps me pick games for my audience, you know, games that I might not personally put on my lists to cover, but if you guys like them, I'm more than willing to check them out, so you can know if a particular game is up your alley or not. So yeah, thanks again, and we will see you next time.